Interesting. Hello, and welcome back to our 3-hour tour of Ixion. This is hour 2. Our configuration's been rejigged a little bit. You might see a little bit of noise on my green screen. Apologies if that happens, or if it's distracting. I have tweaked the music a little bit so that I don't have to fight it as much while I'm talking. When it really gets into its big dramatic surges, it's a lot. Like, you can hear it now. So yeah, I've put some sidechain compression on, which I should have had to begin with. So you won't have to fight to hear me competing with the game. One other thing I wanted to mention, Marduk is a Mesopotamian deity who became eventually, as the pantheon evolved over time, as pantheons do, the sun god, central in sort of an older agricultural society, and became associated with Babylon. So it was the god of the city of Babylon. So interesting to see if that has any resonance for us. All right, now I really want to get this Vol engine constructed, so let's get into it. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure that we are definitely recording. We are definitely recording. Nothing worse than having having an hour's worth of game and then realizing, oh no, it's not recorded. Okay, so we've got a big food problem, but our food halls are producing. They have power. We've got plenty of power now after building our new solar cells. So I think that problem is going to sort itself out. So let's go and finish building the Vol engine via our external view. Let's do that. Exterior construction engines. Vol engine. Self-similar space. I don't know what that is. What is it? Is it going to become important? Maybe. I guess we'll find out. Alright. Let's research probe launcher. We don't have any active research going at the moment. We've got this 70 research points. Is there anything else we can do out here? Resources to collect. What's happening with our fleet? Let's put food as a priority there then. Then our cargo ship can go and get some food in the meantime. Let's pop you back on. I missed this game. I'm recording this a few days later. It's been a busy week, but I really missed this game. Let's get a bit of cleaning done while we're here. Okay, so we can fulfill the requirements for the Vol engine. No stress. Let's turn our tech lab back on so that we're actually researching. Oh, actually, is that? Is it necessary? What happens? Does this move forward if I turn this off? No, it doesn't. Yeah, it started moving as soon as I turned it on. Just wanted to check. Is it necessary? Alright, there we go. It's already got its 100... It's already got its 100 alloy. Let's get those polymers in here. Okay, we got 10 food stored. Great. So we're looking good. We should get some food coming in from cargo shortly too. Alright, we're looking okay. People are happy. Conditions are optimal.
Administrator, because of your continued successful management of the Tycoon, Dolos have authorized the dispatch of new crew members and food supplies. Please ensure that they have suitable accommodation once you reach Proxima Centauri. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Okay, so production basics, insect farms. Insect farms can make food. Ah, here we go. So mess halls do not create food. Our question is answered. We need insect farms to produce food. Will not operate when full and need to be emptied. Yep, sure, okay. Too easy. Alright. Let's pause for a sec. Oh no! Oh no! There it is. We'll get that in a second. Alright, I'm gonna pop out for a sec. I'll come back when I've got something to say. So I may have bitten myself on the bum completely by building a probe launcher, but I kind of want to find out what's out there. Oh, I love this. I love this. We're going to get, if you remember Mass Effect 2 and the scanning a planet, we're going to get that minigame. So good. So good. Yeah, harvesting was seen before. Alright. So that was a contextual... I don't want that. That was a contextual tutorial there. So yeah, I guess we'll see, because now I'm looking at exactly how much alloy I've got, and I may have bitten myself right on the bum by building that, but we'll find out. Because I gotta build some insect farms.
Administrator, the different phases of preparation, calibration, and verification were successfully completed. You must now start the full bonding procedure. Dolos protocols now deem you competent to gather resources, knowledge, and test colonization routines once you reach Proxima Centauri. Before you do so, Vanir Dolos, Marduk Council founder and Dolos CEO, wants to talk to you.
Hello, Administrator. I'm glad to see that you have managed to complete your assignments in preparation for this unique moment in history. You must understand that this is not simply another chapter in humanity's story. The book of our life on Earth is over, and we stand now at its epilogue. It saddens me to think that there are many who have yet to comprehend the reality of our situation. We've endured endless cycles of war, crisis, and famine. Still, the worst is yet to come. There are others like Dolos who have prepared for this outcome, but most of our kind remain sheltered from the horror of the predicament we find ourselves in. This pale ghost of civilization will wither and die, and with it, the tenets and values of the past. As we prepare to leave this system for the first time, perhaps we must decide which fragments we will pick up and take forward with us. Through Dolos, I am offering mankind an alternative means of survival. The Tycoon is a tablet upon which we will carve our new history. Do you recognize why I have done all of this? Having foreseen our fate, I became fixated on altering it. I set about fashioning the ropes and tying the knots that would bind together this magnificent ship. It is true that our time in this world is brief, but at least I can rest assured knowing that my legacy will endure for eons. Farewell, Administrator. For the few who stand in the light and the many who dwell in the dark, you carry the fate of us all.
I would love to know what direction the voice actor for Vanir was given, because out of all of the performances in the game, Vanir is probably the one that I just struggle to believe. I feel like for the position that character is in, I feel like there should just be more charisma there for that, and more passion. I feel like potentially, yeah, if I was to reverse engineer how you get that performance, I feel like it's that the actor was directed to give a sense of self-assurance and peace, and I feel like you get that from there. But yeah, there are just some things it feels like that are missing. Anyway, it's all, you can never know like how you get to an end performance unless you're there in the room. Alrighty, let's get going. Okay, so if we move the Tycoon, we are going to knock out... Oh no! We're going to knock out internal power, which might just be... I think that's just going to be a necessary thing. We're going to have to suck it up. Oh, hang on. Mars scan report. The UN has established a facility on Mars. Its crew are currently lacking the materials required to repair a critical fault In their oxygen supply system, they have submitted an official request to Dolos for aid. Oh. Yeah, well, let's go do that while we're picking up people. EKP. Electrokinetic propulsors, or EKP, enable movement of the Tycoon between stellar objects. Travel order, points of interest. When the Tycoon is moving, its hull deteriorates at a faster rate, which makes sense. I wonder if it's got like EM shielding or something like that. Okay. So, ideally it would be nice to have a battery, like a battery to power the sector. But we're going to need more science to get there for that. Let's see how we go.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Interesting. So I thought for a minute there I'd actually messed that up, but that we didn't have a requirement there. But we've got a cargo ship available. It's not doing anything because we've got all our passengers aboard. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do the thing. Ship is on the way. Oh, okay, so that should be everything we need to do. Presumably. Oh. I'm going to close that and hope that we can still get back to it and I haven't just cancelled that event. So I may be overcomplicating things tremendously here by wanting to have those batteries as well, but I just think it'd be neater if we could avoid having a blackout. Call me old-fashioned. Ship is on the way. Okay, so I'm assuming that's still going ahead. There we go. There's the Nabrook. Alrighty. Let's see how this goes.
science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, so that has not given me enough science. So, blackouts it is. Pretty. Okay, so that wasn't terrible. I probably should have just sucked that up to begin with. Because that didn't take long at all. Alright, let's get the Ripley back in at home. If you were wondering before, I just paused the construction of those other living facilities because I just clocked how we're doing for alloys and we're getting low. Someone's been a bit of a spendthrift here, but that's okay because I can shut down a few storage facilities. We've got some options. I gotta tell you, I'm excited to press the button on this engine. We just gotta get the Ripley in, get our crew back, and then let's do the thing.
Procedures. All ships must return to the Tycoon before Volt Jump initiation. Full engine ready.
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth, polluted its blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world. But the earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown. We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the Vol engine.
Full jump complete. Running preliminary diagnostics. Several anomalies detected. Multiple digital security breaches found within full jump routines. Full engine critically damaged. Hull integrity compromised. Analysis confirms discrepancies between the mission clock and the apparent advanced state of the solar system. We are receiving no communication signals from Earth. Likelihood of ongoing survival stands at approximately 7.67%. Activating Marduk survival protocols. New mission objective established. Ensure humanity's survival by finding a habitable exoplanet. Urgent issues requiring immediate attention. Increase food production output. Restore hull integrity. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Oh, be still my Event Horizon loving heart. So, given the whole thing about the security breaches, it sounds like it was sabotage, maybe? But, hey, you punched a hole in the moon. It's bad. It's very bad. Oh, wow. Wow. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we've got an event to resolve. On the planetary system map, we've got to feed 1,000 crew members. We're going to see how our food's going, supplies-wise. I suspect we don't have enough. So food, hull integrity. Let's get to it. Oh, wow. Wow. You may have noticed that the moon has broken apart because we punched a fucking hole in it with our experimental drive. The crew are aware of this and many rumors are spreading throughout the station. You'll have to make an official statement. Okay, so our options are, something must have happened during the test jump. Being such a high-profile event, it was the perfect opportunity for them to strike and sabotage our plans. Dolos has many enemies. It's our fault. Despite our robust safety measures, a system failure at the exact moment of the jump caused the engine to drag a part of the moon with it into self-similar space. This failure has cost humanity dearly. Our mission now is to rebuild. Or, it was humanity's fate. Evidence suggests a great deal of time has passed in the solar system. The moon's destruction is obviously a consequence of humanity's selfish and warlike instincts. So I don't know how far-reaching the impact of this choice is going to be, but I feel like we're going to put ourselves in a real police state if we say that it's about the enemies of Dolos. I want to do the Captain America thing. I want to say it's our fault. Let's take it on the chin.
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Yep. Alright, let's get to fixing.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
No signals have been received from Earth. The oceans seem to have evaporated, and the surface temperature has risen significantly since the Tycoon was last in orbit. Atmospheric readings indicate the presence of strong dust storms and dangerously high levels of carbon dioxide, radiation, and microplastics. The Earth is fucked. The blue planet will never again deserve its name. Oof, rough. Okay, so we can investigate Dolos headquarters. The coordinates of Inner Heaven. That's some... oh man, that's some Metal Gear Solid shit there. The former headquarters of Dolos AEC. Will attempt to find your family home. Survivors. It's got to be Dolos headquarters first. I was just trying to figure out what I had to do in the UI to trigger the probe actually giving me
Science ship team has completed a task.
the results on what was there, and I probably should. Like, I've just gone across the solar system there, so that's probably like a poor choice. Let's launch another probe if we've got one. We have none. Yeah, I should have started scanning around here first. Wah, wah. That is going to come back to bite me. Okay, so now that the Urshanabi's given me 225 ally, we can start building to address some of these other crises in the meantime. Which is nice. Oh, sorry, it's not the Urshanabi, it's Earth that's giving me that alloy.
A probe has completed its scan. A science ship team has completed a task.
Earth, what remains of us? So this is searching for survivors here. After a long search, we have found nothing but rubble. We've seen no signs of life, not even a corpse. The lunaclism seems to have caused a series of events that precipitated a collapse of thermo-industrial civilization. The Earth has become a toxic and arid wasteland scoured by harsh winds, now more inhospitable than Mars. The only remnant of civilization we found was a fallen stele? I'm not sure what that word is. Where the city of Washington once stood. Stuck in a crevasse, it had been sheltered from the wind. A prayer imploring divine forgiveness was engraved in gold on its surface. Huh. Well, there you go. Alright, so we've got 149 polymers, 97 alloy, 45 research. So the polymers are really going to help with probes. So, okay, so we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I think we're going to need to open up a new sector soon. But, so far, we've got... It's interesting, we've got the key resources that we need. Ripley's team will attempt to find your family home. Oh, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so the game has actually asked me to make a mining ship. I missed that one completely, so let's get that happening. I thought I was being clever and getting ahead of the curve there, but nope.
A science ship team has completed a task.
So we went to look for where our house was. A huge crevasse cuts through the ground where your home once stood. There is no trace of civilization. Whew!
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Okay, I'll keep reading these out, because the font is kind of small on these. The Great Thaw. Administrator, to safeguard humanity, we must find survivors and increase the station's population. We do not have time to go through the classic reproductive cycle of your species. Adding new members to the Tycoon's crew will have a positive impact on morale. Cryonic stasis, or stasis if you prefer, a practice pioneered by Dolos, was in growing use even before we left the solar system. There is a very high likelihood that cryonic pods containing survivors await discovery. Alright, let's get to it. Let's find some people. Okay, so we need to make a cryonic center to open cryonic pods, and we're also going to need some place to store them as well. Can set the sector in which newly awakened workers and non-workers are sent by clicking the corresponding checkbox. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Alright. Okay. There we go. Sweet. Let's get to it. Oh, here we go. Another event. Mission reports from the expedition to Earth are being discussed among the crew. The thought of having lost all loved ones left behind has destroyed morale for many of them. That reminds me, there is a oh wow. I will find it before our next hour, but there is a movie that explores that theme as well, from a science fiction perspective. What if you knew that the Earth had just gone? The symptoms of this trauma have now been collated under the medical designation Dead Earth Sickness. Yeah, because we've got to find an exoplanet now. We've got to find somewhere that's habitable for our population. Odds of that happening seem low. We have detected a signal broadcasting on a Dolos frequency. It originates from a mineral extraction station named the Stanford Facility. And someone has written on the outside of it, enemy of mankind. Okay, we'll get there as soon as we can. I hadn't thought about this. Hang on, what are we... Well, I hadn't thought about this yet. But we're getting alloy from the things that we are harvesting. And we're doing okay for alloy, and we're doing okay for polymers. We are going to very soon have to become a two-stage processing. I'm going to have 2 stages of processing here. Can we open up... What do we need? 16 food, 40 workers. This is going to cost a bit. I reckon we can start our factory stuff in here. We've stored enough space for it. But yeah, we're gonna need to add a level to our manufacturing, our processing. Interesting. Okay, so that's continuing to go and get alloy, but it's not getting me any polymer. So let's drop our alloy down in priority. There we go. And now it's going to start collecting some polymer for me. I was wondering why the mining ship wasn't getting anything happening. It is interesting that it did that, but it's like, oh no. Because they're equal priority, I'm just going to go and get the first of those. There we go. Now we've got a mining ship happening.
Caution. Hull integrity below 50%.
I don't know when I'd turn that off, but or maybe it just needed to be turned on, but oof. Let's get that fixin'.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Administrator, the integrity of the hull fell below 75%. Current damage exceeds the tolerance levels set by the Nihei structural theory. It would be wise to commission repairs so as to prevent mission failure. Yeah, let's get on. Let's do it. So I'm going to try and get ahead of things a little bit and grab some carbon. for polymers and some silicon. So I'm not suddenly racing to find those things later. Back in a while.
A probe has completed its scan. A science ship has arrived at its destination.
The Urshanabi scan report. Our sensors have detected the Urshanabi. The ship is broken into and is not transmitting any signals. Someone has graffiti on the outside of the hull. End of mankind? Enemy of mankind, I guess? The phrase, whoever helps Dolos is an enemy of humanity, has been daubed in large letters on the wreck of the Urshanabi. Mummified bodies have been attached to its hull. Serenity fans, I guess. Alright, let's gather resources.
Ship team has completed a task.
I might be messing myself around again, but I'm going to try and see what happens if I open up this sector, because we're getting close to being full here. So I just, again, I want to get like a little bit ahead of the curve. I might end up biting myself on the bum massively, but we'll find out. So there's a transmission from the Ripley's team. The ship was full of food. I hope the expiration date hasn't passed. Everything is ready for extraction. The Urshanabi is still out there in space despite this massive, length of time having passed. The Earth is a wasteland. I don't think that food's gonna be edible, but hey, let's go for it.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay, so we had an accident occur in our stockpile. Small Stanford-Nihei Klein projections indicate that poor working conditions and power overloads can cause accidents. It should also be taken into consideration that larger buildings are more likely to have more serious accidents. Pledge to repair it? Yeah, we've done that. Alright. I feel like that might be just sort of, just a teething accident. Our first taster for what's coming.
Request awaits your attention.
I just realized I was on the wrong scene there. So I feel like that accident was probably like a teething accident in the game, just teaching us sort of what happens with that. Repairing it, no biggie. But yeah, I really did I wanted to crack open the next sector. And you're probably wondering why there was a building hovering there for a bit. See, I can see a way where I can... Let's do this again. If I get rid of those insect farms, I could put that factory here. But I think it makes much more sense to start just with a new sector and then just fill this up with sort of incidental things. So this is going to become my manufacturing hub. It's a little frustrating that that's kind of the gotcha in the game. That's one thing I don't know, I'm not 100% sure on, because these buildings, presumably, I guess you're researching them, so maybe you don't know how to build them or what shape they're going to take. But it's just, I guess the thing I'm trying to get to there is that, the one thing the game is always going to do is that construction is always a gotcha. You're always like, oh shit. I had no idea that building was going to be that shape. And so I didn't know to reserve space for it. I didn't know I was going to need that building. So maybe it's a way of trying to represent the chaos of trying to plan ahead without knowing all of your requirements. It's an interesting one. Alright, on that note, we've unlocked a new sector. I don't want to keep you too late here. We've actually gone a little bit over on our hour, so we'll wrap up here. We've got our new sector. We're going to start manufacturing. I'm looking forward to hour 3. Interesting. So we fired our Vol engine. We have completely fucked Earth. by doing so. Maybe it was us, maybe it was sabotage, who knows, we'll find out. But yeah, things are looking a bit grim there. So yeah, we'll come back with hour 3. Looking forward to it, and we'll see what's going to happen next with exploring an abandoned solar system, trying to recuperate our resources to move on.